Hey guys, this is the first time we're going to be typing a couple. We'll have one go first, and then we'll have the other one go. We'll just be asking you questions, man. You don't have to get anything that you're like not comfortable with, but what you say we will use to find your type, man. Can you introduce yourself?
All right, well, I'm Justin. We're from Wisconsin, Heartland, Wisconsin. I'm a online fitness coach for Bulliard Health and Fitness. Also work as a personal trainer, sports performance trainer, boxing instructor, all that. So pretty big into fitness.
Mhm.
Um,
So,
what else?
how'd you get into fitness? Like, how'd you arrive at that?
So just a lot of like physical labor work, dealing with like different injuries and stuff like that. So just learning how to like deal with any like soreness and stuff like that led me to like stretching. And then I was like, okay, what about fitness? So yeah, that's right. If I work the muscle more, then my muscles will hurt less when I do use them. So that just kind of led me down a long path. And plus, one of my favorite skateboarders, Nigel Houston, I seen that he was on the Nike app and he had like workout programs, stuff like that. So that's pretty much where it just started. So, and then one thing led to another, and you know, I when COVID hit, we got that stimulus check. I took that check and I got my personal training certificate. And then ever since then, I've just been training people.
Do you
Yeah.
like it? Do you like it?
It is a little uncomfortable just because, working in like warehouses and construction and stuff like that, I'm probably around a lot of SPs, SJ. So I wasn't able to really connect with people. I was, very different. It was really hard for me to kind of learn tools and stuff like that. So I kind of had to learn quick, and I was fired from a whole bunch of jobs. Like I'd get 3 months in, and like they could kind of catch on that I'm not really capable, not really competent, and like doing, you know, this machine work in a certain way, and like they wanted,
Hmm.
and yeah, just kind of bounce from job to job to job. And then so yeah, going back to like, do I like the training? I love the training. And well, like I said, like dealing with people, not really having those social skills, kind of really, it's kind of awkward sometimes, not really knowing, you know, just like the in between sets, like what to talk about, stuff like that. And I'm not really much of a sports guy, like
Hmm.
despite the shirt that I'm wearing, as you can see, it's kind of like trolling it looks like the what, Cubs? I don't know, but
Can I say we used to sell we
yeah, resale. We used to sell clothing online for like, buy used stuff and resell it for like eBay and stuff like that.
we found this shirt and it's kind of sick.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
back
it's
is
so cool.
the back is the main reason why I bought it. Like, look at that. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, cool.
Honestly.
So
So
yeah, yeah. So what do you think are your best like tools, man? Like, what do you think you're best at?
I'd say I'm pretty creative. I do my own marketing for my business. Um, I'm actually really good at copywriting, and she actually pointed that out to me because I was actually pretty unaware. I thought I was just pretty, moderately good at it. Let's see what else. What else am I good at? Not really
Understanding
knowing.
human nature.
Yes. I'd say that like one of my biggest passions outside of fitness is like number one is psychology, always. So I was
Hmm.
always thinking like, why is this person like this? Like they make me so mad.
Hmm.
And then so I'd just go online and like look at, it's because you didn't get enough attention growing up. So stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay. Wow, interesting. Uh, so how do you go about learning something new?
How do I go about learning something new? ChatGPT, asking questions on ChatGPT and having it quiz me. Like I
Hmm.
just learned about like I've been a trainer for like 4 years and I was telling ChatGPT like this trainer does this, they're the best.
Hmm.
Like what is it that they're doing? Why? And then I just learned about like contrast. It's called contrast training where you train the same muscle group but doing two different exercises supposed to basically force your muscles to grow.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, just constantly learning. Yeah, just implementing. I think with TI users, like we learn the slowest, or well, I do specifically. What?
I'm telling you, type.
I think,
Sorry.
well, yeah, I learned slow.
We
So I'm,
talk about type constantly,
yeah,
so
it's like I was sitting one day, I was like, wow, like all we think about is type. This is crazy. And like no one in the world, no one near us like has any idea that this even exists. It's just crazy to think about. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So okay, if you weren't a personal trainer, what would you think you'd be doing?
If I wasn't a personal trainer, um, good question. Oh, like a psychologist, but you know, I don't really like sitting down and reading. I think it's a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. I just like rather listen to audiobooks and like college. I don't like processes. I don't like slow, drawn out, like, oh, then we gotta do this. We gotta print these papers out. We gotta fill it out. We gotta do this. I don't like jumping through a whole bunch of hoops just to accomplish one thing. I think it's a waste of time. Like not to say like people go to like school and stuff like that is like they're wasting their time, but like I don't like slow progress. I think it's a headache. It stresses me out. Like KPI sheets, for example, I'm trying to learn KPI sheets. It's really irritating. I don't see the point. I think you should just look at your bank account and see the numbers grow. That's a good indicator that your business is growing, right?
More money.
Yeah,
Key
more money.
performance
Good.
indicator.
What do you think is something that makes you happy, man?
Something that makes me happy.
Me.
Her and food. I love food. What else? As shallow as it sounds, money. Um,
Okay.
being healthy, making other people happy, helping other people. I like helping other people. Yeah, what else? What else would you say is something that makes me happy? Other than sweet
Um,
potato pie?
yeah. Um, he likes to have praise.
Mhm.
Freedom,
Yeah,
freedom of
feedback.
time,
I like
of
feedback.
feedback,
Yeah. Freedom of time. Yes,
freedom,
freedom.
like to choose whatever he wants to do in the day.
Hmm.
So like let's say for instance, what is an ideal week for you?
Ideal week. Just get up early and then make my daily goal of finance for the day, and then pretty much just have the rest of the day to like learn something new or get outside, do something active. Um, yeah,
Win something.
yeah, learn something. Do anything I can to like progress and move forward and to like, huh, that's a tough question. My ideal day. So wake up, have a cup of coffee, eat, do a workout, do something outside, like maybe hiking or something.
Hmm.
Oh, I guess I never thought about this question. It's a good one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Shelly Thomas, anything?
What's the skill that you think everyone should have?
Psychology. Under being able to understand human beings. I think a lot of people they don't understand, so they just judge instead. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure it's like a famous quote from
Yeah,
some
yeah, from young. Yeah, it's easier.
psychology.
Most people judge, they don't think because it's easier. So,
It's easier, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, being able to understand other people, social skills, having charisma, um, financial literacy. That's good. Um, hmm. Yeah, fitness. But these are just I'm just projecting because that's just things that I value. Um, let's see. I think that's it for now. I'll probably think of something later, more than likely. It'll come to me randomly. Yeah.
Shelly, anything?
Or, um, what are some things that other people do that make me upset?
Things that people do that make me upset.
Everything.
Um, people mostly being solipsistic. People that think, oh, well, I've been doing this for 10 years and I learned it in 3 years. So your first day you should be able to do that easily. That's something that I mostly encountered when I was doing these physical labor jobs, like warehouse jobs, construction, stuff like that. They would just kind of look down on me immediately for not being able to fix something up right away. Let's see what else irritates. Oh, people that can't drive.
If
What
it's too
else?
hot, if
Oh
there's
yeah,
too many noises, if
yeah.
too much going on,
When I'm tired or
tired.
hungry. Yeah, which is typically like in the afternoon, like early afternoon. I'm at like peak energy right now, if you can't tell. So, what else? What else makes me mad?
Unfairness,
Yeah.
injustice, if people who act like they're better than everyone, you always
Yes.
bring them back to reality.
Yes. I agree with that. What do you think? Hmm.
Yeah. You need me to tell
Yeah.
you your feelings.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Mhm. Especially unfairness.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shirley, are we done? Thomas, are we done with this guy? Are we done with him? Can we move on to the girl, the woman?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have names. Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, yeah, my bad. I'm so sorry about
I'm just, I'm just
that. All right, man. So we got you as an ENTP, man. You're a TI user, you're formative, you're initiating. You keep talking about progression, like everything was progression, like the fitness, one thing led to another was a statement you use. Um, so yeah, we got you as an ENTP, a lot of SI there. So we got you as an ENTP. Okay. What did you type yourself as?
I was actually typed by Chase originally. He actually typed me as INTJ first because my first coaching was with him. I was talking about a work situation, and
Hmm.
I think I was wearing a polo, and I was talking about work, and
You're
like
wearing a polo. How the fuck that has anything to do with it?
well, some
that's
people,
just what I think. That's just what I think. Like, oh, I was wearing a polo, and I'm in this like I'm working in an office at a warehouse.
and
How
you're
does that have
stressed.
anything to do with it? How does
So
that,
regardless of the system you're using, you're stressed, you're in your shadow, basically. So
Yeah.
I think what I mean at the end of the day, I think you listen to someone and you look for the overarching pattern that's coming off of the person, right? Overarching pattern should be there regardless of whatever a person's doing. It should be there. It should stick out. It should just be there, right? Because a person is who they are, right? If and it's like you say something, then you say something, and then you say something, and it's like a pattern there. So what is your type, man? But
What is my type?
yeah.
I agree with your typing totally.
Oh, ENTP. Okay.
And I noticed that you use these terms like you said, creative, tech.
yeah,
Is
what is
that
he?
Oh man, I can't really. I mean, I think if I had to guess, I would say, Thomas, what are you thinking, man?
Normalizing.
Normalizing. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I
yeah,
think of
what are these
normalizing.
terms that you're speaking of? I haven't really studied much of
Uh,
your
so so there is dominant, right? And that's more testosterone driven. I told you earlier that's like Andrew Tate, right? That's Andrew Tate.
yeah, which Chase says I'm the same as Andrew Tate, which I disagree that he's like that, and I disagree that I'm like, well, maybe at times when I'm really speaking passionately about something, then yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I cut you
No, you're
off.
good. You're good. You're good. You're ENTP. But you seem to be more like tailored towards society. Like you can fit into society pretty well.
Yeah.
You don't seem to have as much problems as somebody like I would say C.S. Joseph would have. He'd have a lot of problems with his SI inferior. You don't seem to have that much problem with your SI inferior. Like you're okay with it. You're in tune with it. As in like a creative type, they're really like whamming hardcore on NE. And because they're like going so hard on NE, like the SI is just terrible. As in you seem to be a little bit more balanced with your
Yes,
approach to things.
Yeah.
she agrees my SI is like very developed.
Yeah. So that would make it looks a little bit more like you'd be normalizing. And that'd be probably the reason why you got confused as an INTJ, right? Because you got your starter type, that's who you are, but then you have bits and pieces of the chart the core style implemented in yourself, right? Because you're normalizing. As in like Thomas is normalizing. I mean, he's an INTJ, so he's got chart the course and then he's normalizing. So it's like you can't miss that he's an INTJ, right? As in some INTJs may be harmonizing. So they might be they'll throw you off a little bit, or they might be creative, or they might be dominant. Throw
I
you
think
off
I'd say
quite a
she's
bit.
harmonized. Yeah.
Yeah.
What type are you?
Me? ENTJ.
INTJ. Okay, nice.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I can tell. I have that trainer that I'm learning from right now at my work that had me that taught me this new stuff. He's actually ENTJ too.
mhm.
I can see the similarities.
Oh yeah. I mean, Thomas and Shelley are both INTJs.
Okay, nice.
They're normalizing. Um, yeah. So Rachelle, you're up. Wait. Anything else you want us to say? I mean, anything else you want to ask us before? I mean, definitely check out the book for that. Let me see if I have it here.
Well, it's the
Yeah.
subtypes. The subtypes are used by Dario Nardi, but
Yeah.
the subtypes are actually from Victor Galenko from Socionics. But he gave Dario permission to use the subtypes.
Yeah. The history on that is that Dario's been doing like a whole bunch of brain scans and he noticed that like everybody kind of had these subtypes, these four subtypes. And he noticed a correlation between Helen Fisher work. And then when he kept researching, he noticed like Galenko already had like normalized and whatever. So he asked for permission from Galenko to use it, but it's not 100% like um congruent with socionics. Okay, he just uses the names, so
The
it's
terminology hits.
yeah.
So
Those
he like iterated on top of what was already there.
yeah. So like a lot of these are hormone driven, based on Helen Fisher's work. So Helen Fisher does like neurotransmitters and things and sees how that affects like personality. So like the dominant version usually has a little bit more testosterone. The creative version is more dopamine. The normalizing is serotonin, and then harmonizing is more estrogen. So, hormones affect your brain chemistry and stuff like that nature. So, uh,
Correct.
that's how that goes.
It makes sense because it changes how you act
Mhm.
when your hormones are out of whack. So
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so you're up, Michelle. How are you?
good. How are you?
I typed you a long time ago. I think I was the first one to type you correct. Was I not? This is interesting.
Very well.
First
How
time.
the turntables.
Yeah, she had a different personality back in the day. I was like, yo, that shit ain't matching. But how are you? Like, how's life?
Life is good. Especially since I met Justin. I mean, we're always like learning new skills together and doing things. So, um, life is good. It feels full. I
Hmm.
feel good. So,
So, what do you want to be remembered for as a human being?
um, what do I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered positively, but I don't necessarily have like a legacy in mind.
Hmm.
I have things that I want to be good at. I'm a mom. I have two kids. I want to be known as being a good mom. And I
Hmm.
want my kids to be my legacy, I would say.
Hmm. Okay.
And setting
So
them up.
you don't have no real dream for yourself.
I mean, I have lots of little dreams.
Hmm.
No,
Okay.
no, I have a lot of little dreams. I feel like I have a good grasp of when I want to do something, I start and then it just starts happening. I don't know. I don't have I feel since we're together, I look at us kind of like a team. So
Hmm.
Justin didn't even mention this in his interview, but he wants to have a legacy of his own, and that's what his online training business is about. And so what I'm good at is, well, what I'm learning, I'm actually not, I don't know if I necessarily would say good at it yet, but I'm training to be good at digital marketing so I can kind of support in that way too.
Hmm.
And then I kind of see my legacy as ours together. Does that make sense?
Okay. I mean, I don't really think about like that. I'm more focused on like you're dead, you're gone. What do you want people to remember about you?
Oh,
Huh?
Sweet, you're kind, good mom.
That's
yeah.
it.
Well, I want the things that we create, that we grow to be remembered, basically.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we work together. Kind of like, Dave Ramsey is the legacy builder. And his wife is like alongside,
Yeah.
like they're a power couple
Hmm.
type thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean,
I guess I would say as competent. Like we did things well.
Yeah.
I want people to think positively about us.
mhm.
Supporter, someone that's supporting.
Okay. Okay. Um, Where you see yourself in the next 10 to 15 years?
I would
Perfect.
like to have enough freedom of time and like choices uh to basically do what we want, especially because um I mean, I don't know, just the outlook of even where we're living with inflation, with the way that um our political, I guess, environment is going, it's very unsure. If we had to pick up and move, I'd want to be able to. So in 10 years, I'd like that.
Having options.
Yeah, we talk
Yeah.
about what we want in the future a lot. So I would say, you know, there's a lot of specifics that we want, but like if you boil it down to its core, it would be freedom. Um, and for me personally, I guess I would like to be staying at home and do Pilates. So yeah, we're working towards that life basically. And especially I want to be able to provide my kids with the ability to do whatever they want to.
Sports, music,
Mm.
you know,
I
piano.
want her to be, I want like my daughter, for example, to be really successful. So I have her in a private school. She gets awards every single semester, like I have her in chess club. Um, so yeah, I want to set her up for success. I want to set them up for success. So in 10 to 15 years, I want to see that success.
Yeah.
Okay, Thomas, anything?
Um, what are like 3 words you'd use to describe yourself?
A little bit of a fireball. Um, I would say enthusiastic, and I would also say competent.
What do you mean by fireball?
Like I just,
Fun loving.
yeah, I think I would be like on the Big Five test. I scored pretty high in enthusiasm, I would say, you know.
Okay. What are your describe yourself in 3 words?
Isn't that what Thomas just
That's
asked
what I
me?
just asked her, bro.
Fuck.
Just not
Wait.
listening, it's fine.
If
Fuck.
sorry.
Shelly, go.
If you woke up in a forest with no phone and didn't know how you
You
got
love
there,
that fucking question. You
I know.
stole that shit from that fucking Enneagram test, huh? Enneagram. I mean, you really watched that Enneagram video.
No, I just like the question. It's thought provoking. If you woke up in a forest with no phone and you didn't know how you get there, you don't have any idea where you're at, what would you do?
Well, yes. Actually, I would probably go into survival mode. Um, I would start thinking about, you know, how long am I going to be here? How do I get out? Any nature knowledge that I do have, I would be racking my brain for it to see what I could do, you know? You know, what's the temperature outside? Like, how long can I last like this? Do I need to make a fire? Yeah.
How do you start a fire?
Yeah, where's the food? How am I gonna eat? Is this poisonous? Like, I don't know. It would really suck without a phone. I don't know if I'd make it or not, but those are the things that I would start to do.
Okay. What are your best skills?
Um, Pretty much whatever I put my mind into, I think I can grow as a skill. So I like cooking. I learned how to do that a couple years ago. I do digital marketing, and I would say that I'm pretty good at that as well. Um, I started playing chess,
Yeah,
which
she got so much better than me, like instantly. Me, I like to kind of like try this, try that every single game, but she studies like the openings, closings, stuff like that.
and
So she learns pretty quick. She's a quick learner,
Hmm.
and she's really good at interviews too. So it's really quick for her to get a job too. Like,
What's your ELO? Do you play chess.com?
I just started playing in March, so I'm not playing ranked yet really, but I will say like
You
when
don't
I
play
first
rank? What the fuck's wrong with you?
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start playing. I mean, I have, but it's not where I want to be yet. So that's why I'm not sharing. I did used to play video games instead of chess, and in every game that I did play, I was always like in League, I was like plat, in Overwatch, I was diamond, and
Oh, highest
Team
ranking.
Plat. Yeah, it was actually a waste of time, like in hindsight, but I took it really seriously. Like I would run drills. I'd be sitting at home like baby in my in my career, like what is my positioning? Like I need to focus on my aim, you know.
So who are your favorite players in Overwatch? Who were the characters you were using?
Oh, I used to play Zarya and Diva because they are off tanks, and I felt like you could make the most impact in the game when you played off tanks because they do high damage and they have a lot of health, so you don't die easily, so you can do more or take more control of the game. So
Hmm.
those are
Yeah, I like the Soldier 76. Yeah,
because his ultimate like lets you
just fuck people up.
just close your eyes and then win.
Mm.
No,
Just close your eyes. Yeah, him. What's that one guy who used to say high noon, and he
his name
boom.
was McCree when I played, but I think they changed his name.
Oh, they changed his name.
I don't know. I stopped playing video games a while ago.
I mean, I stopped playing a long time ago too. I just felt like it wasn't going anywhere, and I'd rather like be better in real life. Christian loved Tracer. He loved Tracer because she could just.
Tracer's fun. Yeah, it was a game where you could play like different characters. It was like a shooting game, but every character had different abilities. And so,
Isn't that every game?
well,
Okay. Yeah.
How do
maybe.
you,
Call of Duty.
how do you, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
Go
How do you respond when you get angry? Like, or behave?
It just depends how angry I am and like what I'm mad about. Um, if I'm really mad about something, I'll like make a whole laundry list of like reasons why I'm mad about it and I'll like spew
That's
them
the
out.
fireball right there.
But it actually takes a lot to make me angry typically. Um, I would say that's typically how I react when I'm angry is like just coming up with reasons why and um kind of sharing them. You know, I'll write like a novel on like why this is something.
Was it the same when you were younger?
Um, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know. When I was younger.
Yeah, you told me how you were young, how you were when you were younger with your parents if they didn't let you go hang out with your friends, taking your choice away from you.
Yeah, I would get really mad. So,
Really
um,
mad or really, really mad?
both. Yeah, I mean, if I was like really mad, especially I guess if my choice was taken away, there were times where I would like act out, like maybe throw something. I don't know.
The chair?
No, I don't want to talk about this. Well, anyway.
All right. Thomas, we done? Jelly, we done? What we thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same as I typed you a while ago. It's INTJ. Um,
Yeah, are you like texting each other behind the scenes?
yes,
No,
we
they're
are.
right.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
they were
That if you hear like the bleep, like you probably hear the bleeps in the video. It's usually Thomas writing something, or you see Thomas using his finger. Yeah,
giant spell fast.
yeah. He's real.
There's one point he was like this, and
Yeah,
I
his finger
looked,
was like,
I was like, is that his foot? I was like, no way he's doing that.
no, he's just writing. He's just writing. Because we text each other, see what we're seeing, make sure we get it right. Yeah, I mean, but I typed you a long time ago, INTJ. So, and I was the first one to type you right that a long time ago. It's crazy. Yeah,
First try, right?
yeah. It doesn't
It
take
took
me
her
too
like
many
what,
times.
4 times?
Yeah, Justin actually helped me a lot. I would have literally sleepless nights. Like I would wake up like, what type am I?
Really?
Yeah.
I
Why
mean,
you?
I'm exaggerating.
Oh, when we got our
But
type last, I think like a month ago with Chase, and I was like laying out like, hey, these are reasons why she's not INFJ, and he was like, all right, you're right, she's INTJ, so
Yeah.
yeah, but
yeah,
it helped to have the TI user confirm
yeah,
what I had hunches about.
yeah.
I
So
I
like
told
what
you a
I
long
did
time
was,
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told
so
you a long time ago.
yeah, you should have listened.
And I think
So
she just wanted to be an INFJ. A lot of times people want to be types, they're not, but it just doesn't correlate. It just doesn't match up. Like there's something wrong. Like I
That was the case.
like she wanted to be an INFJ. So like they try to act a certain way, but then like
yes,
there's like a certain thing that just like does not correlate correctly. Like if you're trying to be a type you're not, like something just does not match. Like, let's say, for instance, she was trying to be an INFJ, and I'm like, dude, you're way too systematic. Like, whatever your approach was, it was always systematic. I'm like, there's no way that you're an INFJ because whatever you did was is very systematic. I remember she made a video or some shit about like asking questions or something. And it was a very systematic approach, and I was like, yo, yeah, you're not an INFJ, buddy. Nice try.
yeah,
Um,
so when we
Yes.
met, she was like bouncing back between INFJ, ISFP. I was like, oh, you think you're ISFP? Okay, sure. We'll test it out over time. And so like I didn't say no, that can't be true. I didn't say that off the bat because I didn't even know. So
mhm,
what I did was just over time, I'm like, that doesn't line up. So maybe you're this instead. And I pointed out what I thought it was instead.
yeah, man. I mean, it's
And
great.
so let me ask a question real quick. So how many times did he try and type you? I think it was like three, four?
Yeah.
Yeah, three or four, okay.
Yeah, it took
And
him
then you guys did,
two times
I
with
would
you, right?
say each time I had a typing, it progressively was like, wait a second, you seem more pragmatic this time. Like maybe you're just subdeveloped. And, every time it,
That's what we talk about, man. That's what we talk about.
and this one, I'm gonna say like you guys put in a lot of effort. Like there was actually a lot of effort. There was a lot of like questions. There's like a team here. Like with the other one, it was just kind of like, yeah, oh hold on, there's a bee by me. Let me go stand over here for 10 minutes and then yeah. And like no talking.
wait, what
Like
about those four subtypes? What, I'm
Oh, you
so
got it.
sorry.
You're harmonizing, dude. You're not like Thomas and Shelley, obviously. Um, you are harmonizing, so that means you got a
So
little bit more estrogen.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would make sense. That would
and
make
I
sense.
think you see how like Thomas and Shelley are kind of like robots, right? They're more TE focused than you are.
Yeah, that's in the other system, I'm SE focused, so that would line up.
Like
But
Thomas
yeah.
and Shelley are more TE focused, right? They're more
Mhm.
TE focused. You're a little bit more FI focused, unfortunately. You got more of the spirit of a child, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
That's just how it is. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. It's like,
so what about me? What function am I focused, would you say?
I would say you're just you seem to be TI focused, right? Um, I'd say it's pretty balanced with you. But
Yeah, balance for sure.
she's more like in her child function. So like if you read John Beebe, you'll notice that these archetypes actually take on people's like you could see people take on them, right? So like you could see like Thomas and Shelly and me are pretty like stern. Like you could tell that we're in our parent function a lot, right? As opposed to like someone who acts like a kid or a child or childish, with the
No,
childish
it's true.
energy,
Don't
they're in their
pout.
child function a lot, right? These archetypes have energy. So like you can see like let's say for instance, if we were to
That
make
actually makes sense, Loki.
if we were to make Thomas and Shelley do like a whole bunch of TI exercises, you would see like the critic kind of take over them and they would become frustrated or like negative or kind of like nasty a little bit. Because they happen to use that archetype so much. So they can become like a bitch. Like they can be like, or you'll see like an INTJ like, oh, this stupid motherfucker, like, God damn, I can't believe this. Like I'm surrounded with fucking morons or something of that nature. Or damn, nobody can think around here.
And then
Um,
going to the
so
unconscious
it's
mind.
like the critic is very belittling, right? That's what the critic does. It goes out and it belittles other people and it just nails violators, right? So like if you say something that's a logical fallacy, an INTJ is most likely to bust your ass for it.
Yeah.
Or an ISTJ because they have TI critic.
Yes, ICJ for sure. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I've had a fair share of arguments with ICJs on
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 Instagram.
Instagram, yeah. Oh my God.
Well, I think a lot of ENTPs commit a lot of logical fallacies. ENTPs do a lot of logical fallacies as they believe. I'm gonna just say this in the ego hacker community, people think like TI and TE is separate. Like, bro, you're dumb as fuck if you can't use both. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if you cannot use TE and TI, you're gonna be dumb. Like, you don't pick like it's a combination here. Like,
Yeah,
you
you
can't
have to both.
use logical deductions and you can't like use TE sources and all that. You're a dumb fuck. I can't explain it. Like, if you cannot do both, you're stupid. Like it just blows my fucking mind. It's like it's not one or the other. Like, to be an effective critical thinking, you need to use both. No one says that. So that's one of my things.
Yeah. I guess then ENTPs are more focused on like the intention behind what they're saying and the truth behind it and not how they convey it. And that's probably why
And
it
I
comes.
think another thing that people, oh, sorry to cut you off there. Another thing that people get wrong is like they say that TE doesn't search for truth. TE is searching for truth, but it goes about searching for truth in a different manner than TI does.
Mhm.
God damn, I just want to choke somebody. Like, we
Yeah, I know.
use sources and stuff of that to find the truth. Whereas in TI user kind of like, tries to use their own framework to get to the truth, right? But if you're strong in TE, you're also looking for the truth, but you just go about it a different manner. So yeah. Go ahead, Rachelle. What were you saying? Sorry about that.
I was done.
Yeah, you forgot what you were gonna say.
I was done. I was done talking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Question: why do you think Chase thinks you're an ESFP?
I don't know, bro. I
I think
don't.
it's you're his competition, and if people think that you're ESFP, that you'll be less credible, and he's attacking your TE hero.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything because me and CJ are cool now, and we water under the bridge. But dude, it just doesn't line up, bro. It's kind of like I said, when someone's not a certain type, you can just tell. Like, you can just tell. It just not. It's just like the pattern just sticks out. It's like, okay, this person's doing this wrong, and it's like it's not there. Like, you can't, or like if you gave somebody a type, it should fit like a sleeve, right? And if it doesn't, then something's wrong. So like for me, for instance, like we will have people come on, they're like, yo, man, I don't think I agree with the typing. Okay, come on again, bro. And if we're wrong, I don't mind apologizing like publicly and be like, yo, I got the shit wrong. But it's learning. But I don't know, man. I just think, Joseph sees things his way. I think we have a more of a systematic approach over here with several other people and just one person, because anybody can kind of see anything themselves, right? Typology is a system that you can pretty much bend. If I wanted to make her an ISFJ, I could just come up with some bullshit and say, this is the reason why you're ISFJ. What you gonna say? You can't really say anything unless you like know what like the stuff, unless you like really understand like, John Beebe, cognitive functions, interaction styles. If you don't know none of that shit, I can just say whatever the fuck I want to and just like and logically make it sound like it makes sense. But the end result is it will not fit you. You'll come back saying, "Oh, I don't know about this," or like, I'm not, this isn't making much sense to me, or like, I tried it, but it doesn't just seem like me. And then you may go through like a phase of like over the course of a year trying to be an ISFJ, but it's just not working.
True.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is what I
true.
experienced originally being typed INFJ. I was like, no, no, really.
It's because you're wearing a cross.
I'm wearing a cross necklace.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, so me and Mercer are INFJs because he has a cross earring.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely.
He's
I
any
love it.
he's wearing black.
Oh, yeah. Thomas is also ENTP. We're all wearing black here, guys.
Yeah.
But I think with personality type, man, like you really have to sit there and the pattern just jumps out at you, Like early on, bro, I looked at your fucking Instagram and I was like, this guy's ENP. Like I looked at this shit and I looked at your Instagram, I was like, this guy's ENP. I wasn't exactly sure which ENP you were, but I knew you were an ENP just looking at your Instagram. Because the pattern's just there. Like you kind of behave very similar to like my friend Malcolm or my friend Aaron. They're both in like a Facebook group or whatever. But like they take similar photos. And I was like, oh, this looks just like them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't pay attention to the things that I'm saying because most of it's all scripted. So yeah, so it'd be really hard to type me on Instagram for sure.
Oh no, I just look at the photos and how you take them, and
Okay.
So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it
Yeah,
kind of looks just like their Instagrams. It looks very similar to Malcolm's and Aaron's Instagram. So I was like, oh, this guy's an ENP for sure.
Yeah. And I seen you just typed Matt Rife,
Yeah, ENTP.
ACNTP. Yeah.
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 I mean, he looks like what's his name, Cillian Murphy or whatever the fuck his name is.
Killian Murphy, yeah.
Yeah, somebody sent me that, and I was like, oh yeah, he does look like that guy. Even though some people say he's had surgery on his face or some shit, I don't fucking know. That's
Oh
not
yeah.
business.
Shin, I think, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's none of my business.
Viewing.
It's just me.
Viewing.
Yeah. Just viewing. Yeah. Anything you guys want to ask us?
Hmm.
Uh,
I shouldn't ask the ENTP that.
So I teach her. So when I met her, we would do like different things together. Like we go to the gym and like I was teaching her tennis and some like stuff like that. So S users are supposed to be like very, what's the kinesthetic intelligence. They're
Hmm.
supposed to have more kinesthetic intelligence, but I would say I have more. Like
yeah.
I was teaching her how to play tennis, and like I can play tennis. I can do like different
Yeah.
movements like really well. So why do you think that is?
I am so
I
sorry.
think that's actually like a big misconception, really. Because what I've noticed is that I'm an ENTJ and my brother's an ENTP, and he's way better than me at sports. Any
Mm.
sport that we do, he's better than me at, and he's supposedly SC demon.
Yeah.
I think it's the NE, man. It's the NE, like trying things. Like you guys just try so many different things, and skills just translate over from other skills, right? Skills just transfer over. Like, if you learn, let's say for instance, you learn basketball. Basketball may like the skills you learn in basketball may translate over to tennis. And if you learn, and the more you keep trying other things, these skills translate over. You can't naturally see it, but like let's say for instance for myself, there's not as many skills. Like I'm not trying as many things because I'm not an NE user. Like I'm not just like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then like all over time, like these skills are like transferring over. It's kind of like, oh shit, I'm gonna do this one thing, right? And then when I try
Yeah.
to do something else, like I don't have the skills aren't transferring over for me. And then I'm like, I suck at it. Like if we were to go play pool or something, I suck at playing pool. Anything that I like, I have a limited world, I would say, to a lot of things. While you guys have a big world, you guys have tried so many different things. You've been a part of so many different things.
Does. He knows how to skateboard. He knows how to play racquetball, tennis. Like
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at basketball.
every sport, every physical activity he has tried, and not just physical activities, like everything.
Yeah, I think it's a huge misconception there about that. Yeah, because I fucking suck at sports, man. That's always been like a
Me
challenging thing for me.
too.
Huh?
I said me too.
There's always been a challenge for me is like sports. Like some people just are good at shit. I'm just like I had to learn. Like I had to sit down, I had to like study the best people to do it, right? Who are the best people? What are they doing? Okay. And that's what allowed me to get a lot better. I wasn't a person who like picked something up and was like very good at it. It was like, fuck, dude, damn, everybody's good and I suck. Okay, what can I do to get better? But
Yeah, that's exactly how I am too. My kinesthetic intelligence is so low.
my shit is bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Like when we're talking about like skateboarding, I couldn't. My brother was doing like kick flips and shit. I could barely ride a damn skateboard. Like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Skateboard ain't for me. I just like skateboard ain't for me.
Yeah.
You fall a couple times and shit. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not breaking a leg or some shit. Like, you can have the skateboard shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible that you could be an INTJ, but just a different subtype?
I've heard that before. I mean, people have said that they think I'm an INTJ. I think I'm just more outcome focused, but you could make a case that I'm an INTJ. I know I'm an NTJ, 100%. I think just more likely that I'm an ENTJ over an INTJ. If you were to potentially say INTJ, you'd have to put me in dominant category for INTJ. And maybe that would be your case. Like you would say, like his
Okay.
dominance is blending into his his outcome, like how we were talking about the subtypes and whatnot. And like, let's say if I was an INTJ, it'd be chart the course, but then being dominant would blend in some outcome into that. But I mean, hey, I I I could see potentially INTJ, but I think it's unlikely. What do you think, Thomas?
No, I don't think it's likely.
Shelly, what do you think?
I don't think it's likely either.
I mean, there
Like
there
1,000 times more motivation.
Huh?
there are similarities, but also a lot of subtle differences between the two types that
Yeah.
it just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also may be thinking that because this is an interview, so he has to be responding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true,
yeah.
true.
Yeah, I think me and Thomas like
We're
Mercer
thinking much
talk
on
less quite often.
I think it's like pretty known that like I got in charge energy, like in charge,
Yeah, I see it
you
too.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
like in charge, like boss energy. As in, INTJs kind of like have the chart the course. You'll usually see like an ENTJ and like two INTJs behind them, making sure like things work.
Oh, like this, you mean?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like it's funny, like the CEO of my hospital does the same shit. He gets on his conference calls and it's two fucking INTJs behind him, and then he yaps for a little bit, and then he fucking does the same thing. Thomas, you got anything to say? He does the same shit. I'm like, this guy just like me. It's hilarious.
Yeah, if
The
it,
checkers.
clearly it works with them, so why not do it
Yeah.
yourself?
If it broke
I will say I have watched a bunch of videos to kind of prepare for this. I
really,
think
look
from
at
an
that.
from an SEO perspective, it probably would be better to only put the type of the person
Hmm.
in the description and to, write phrases like, what is the, like if you're typing someone, they end up being INTJ, like put the term INTJ more often, because I noticed you put a bunch of different types. And so it might
Oh yeah, that's just the mass appeal.
that I understand a lot of people do that, but actually it's better to just go for the one thing that you're
Oh
targeting.
really?
Because
Oh
if
really?
you think about it, the people who want to watch your videos, for example, someone might want to see if they're a golden pair. So like you would want to write like, oh, we typed a golden pair. Is this what you're like? And then in the description you can write things like, what is an ENTP INTJ relationship like? Because
Mhm.
that's something that
Oh
someone would.
yeah. I mean, are you hinting towards you guys being golden pairs, and you guys want to offer some advice for INTJs and ENTPs together?
Sure, let's do it.
I mean, sure. I'd be I mean, this was fun, but like, I'm just saying, like, from an SEO perspective, what you should write in the
Hmm.
description. Because I did notice you have like every single type, and I understand wanting to
Yeah.
like target everyone at once,
Yeah.
but
You got to get in the mind of the person that's searching for said information.
yeah, and the problem with that is if you target everything at once, if
Mhm.
your video isn't what the people are looking for and they click off, it counts against your video and
Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
will stop showing it. If they try to show it and the person skips past it, you can think about it like a -1.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're the digital marketer, so.
Specialist.
I mean,
She's a pro. Yeah, she's being
Well, I hope to interview you guys together in the future, and we'll do like a golden pair video because I mean
yeah,
that'd be awesome. Well,
yeah, hell yeah.
it was a
yeah.
pleasure, you guys, and I'll see you guys around, man. I hope
I
to see
see you
you in the
guys.
group, man. Are you in my Discord, man?
I am now. Yep.
All
Yep. I
right,
just
perfect, perfect, perfect. I'll send you your verified tag over there, man, and you too, Rachelle. All
All
right,
right.
all right, bye.
All right.
T parent. Goodbye, T parent.